Om Shanti. This is the Sakar Murli of Monday, the 5th of August, 2019. The essence is, sweet children, I, your bodiless Father, I am teaching you bodily beings, Vedais, in order to make you bodiless, Videhi. This is something new which only you children understand. The question is, why does Baba repeatedly need to explain the same things to you children? The answer is, it is because you children repeatedly forget. Some children say Baba explains the same things over and over again. Baba says, children, I definitely have to say the same things because you forget. The storms of Maya ke tufan distress you. If I did not caution you every day, you wouldn't be defeated by the storms of Maya. You have not yet become Satopradhan. When you do become that, Baba will stop speaking knowledge to you. Om Shanti. This is called a unique spiritual study. Vichitra, Rohani Parai. Even in the new world of the golden age, it will be bodily beings who teach one another. Everyone teaches knowledge. It is taught here too. All of those bodily beings teach one another. You will never have heard that it is the bodiless Father or the spiritual Father who is teaching. Even in the scriptures they have written, God Krishna speaks. Krishna Bhagwan Vachya. He too is a bodily being. On hearing this new thing, people become confused. You to understand number wise according to the effort you make. That the spiritual Father is teaching us spirits. This is something new. It is only at this confluence age that the Father himself comes and tells you, I teach you through this one. That one is the ocean of knowledge, the ocean of peace, and the Father of all souls. This is something to be understood. There is nothing to see. The soul is the main thing and it is imperishable, whereas the body is perishable. That imperishable soul sits here and teaches you. Although you're a corporeal body in front of you, you know that it is not the bodily being who is giving you knowledge. It is the bodiless Father who is giving you knowledge. How does he give that? You understand this too. People understand this with great difficulty. You have to beat your head so much to enable them to have this faith. Those people say that the incorporeal one has no name, form, time, or place. Nam, Rup, Des, or Kal. The Father himself sits here and teaches you. He says, I am the Father of all souls. You cannot see him. You understand that he is bodiless. He is the ocean of knowledge, bliss, and love. He is Gyan ka Sagar, Anand ka Sagar, Prem ka Sagar. How could he teaching you? The Father himself explains how he comes and whose support he takes, whose adari he takes. I do not take birth through a womb, a janam, through a garb. I never become a human being or a deity. Even deities adapt bodies. I always remain bodiless. I alone have the part in the drama of never taking rebirth. Punarjanam. So this is something to be understood. I'm not visible. Those people think that it is God Krishna who speaks. Look at the type of chariot that they have created on the path of devotion. The father say, "Children, you are not confused, are you? If you don't understand something, come and understand it from the Father." In fact, the Father continues to explain everything to you without your asking Him. You don't need to ask anything. I only incarnate at this most auspicious confluence age. My birth is wonderful. You children also find it a wonder. He enables you to pass such an important examination. He is teaching you to make you into the greatest masters of the world. This is something wonderful. O souls, I come to serve you. Every 5,000 years I am teaching you souls. I come at the confluence age of every cycle in order to serve you. For half the cycle you have been calling out, "O Baba, O purifier, come." Krishna, so Baba has come here to purify. This is why it said, "The immortal image of true Baba, Akal Murd, Sat Baba, the immortal image of the true teacher, Akal Murd, Sak Teacher, and the immortal image of the true Sat Guru, Akal Murd, Sat Guru." Sikhs have very good slogans. However, they don't know when the Sat Guru, the immortal image, comes. Just remember that it didn't take God long to change human beings into deities. Manushya se devta ki karakne lekiva. When does he come to change human beings into deities? He alone is the one who grants salvation to everyone. You should have this firm faith. Akanische. What does he come and say? He simply says Man Manavabav. He also explains the meaning of that. No one else explains its meaning. The Satguru, the immortal image, sits here and explains to you through this body. Consider yourself to be a soul. So you should understand this. The Father has to come here to serve you children in order to make you into the masters of the world. He explains, "O spiritual children, you were Satubradhan and you then became Tamobradhan. This world cycle continues to turn. There was the pure world of only those deities. Where did all of them go? No one knows this. They are confused. The Father comes and makes you sensible. Samajdar, children, I only come once. Why should I come into the pure world? Death cannot come there. The Father is the death of all deaths. Kalo Kakal. He comes and takes all the souls back. You go back in happiness. Yes, Baba. We are ready to go back happy with you. This is why we call out to you. Take us from this impure world to the pure world, via the land of peace, via Shanti Dham. Do not repeatedly forget these things. However, Maya the enemy is standing here. The Bushman is standing here. Makes you forget. I am the Master, the Almighty Authority, Sherva Shaktiman. But Maya too is almighty. Shaktiman. She rules over you for half the cycle and makes you forget. This is why the Father has to explain to you every day. If Baba were not to caution you every day, Maya would cause a lot of damage. This is a play of the pure and the impure. The Father now says, "Become pure in order to reform your behavior." There is so much fighting because of the vice of lust. There are a lot of conflicts vikar. The Father says, each of you has now received the third eye of knowledge, Gyan Katisha Netra, and so only look at souls. Do not even look at anything with your physical eyes. Jismani Mitra. All of us souls are brothers. How can we indulge in vice? We came bodiless, and we have to become bodiless and return home. The soul came here Satupradhan and has to become Satupradhan and return to the sweet home. The main thing is purity. The Mukhya Bhat is Pavitrata. People say it is fine that the same thing is explained every day. However, they should at least follow the things that are explained to them. They are explained to you so that you can put them into practice, but hardly anyone follows them. And this is why Baba has to explain every day. You don't say, Baba, we have understood very well what you explain to us every day, and we will now become Satu Pratan from Tamu Pratan. You are now free. Do you say this? Therefore, Baba has to explain every day. There is just the one thing, but you don't do that. You don't even remember the Father. You say, Baba, I forget you repeatedly. Gari gari bhul jate hai. The Father has to tell you repeatedly in order to remind you to have remembrance. This is what you have to explain to one another. Consider yourself to be a soul and remember the Supreme Soul, and your sins will be cut away. Apne ko atma samajh Paramatma ko yaad karo. Tom tumhare pap jaye. There is no other way. और कोई उपाय नहीं. This is what he says at the beginning and at the end. It is only by having remembrance that you can become Satupradhan. You yourself write, Baba, the storms of Maya make me forget you. So should the Father not caution you? Should he just leave you alone? The Father knows that you are number wise according to your efforts. You cannot return until you become Sadhu Pradhan. This also has a connection with the war. Dalarai. The war will begin when you become Sadhu Pradhan, number wise, according to your efforts. Now this is just a second. You have found the unlimited Father. But only when you become pure you will receive unlimited happiness from Him. You have to make effort very well. Some don't understand anything at all. They don't even have the sense to remember the Father. The Akal, Babu ko yaad karni. They have never studied this subject. What the cycle no one has ever studied with the incorporeal Father. So this is something new. The Father saying, I come every 5,000 years to make you Satupradhan. Until you become Satupradhan, you cannot attain that status. Just as students fail in other studies, students fail here too. They don't understand at all what will happen by remembering Shiv Baba. He is the Father, and so you will definitely receive the inheritance of heaven from Him. Swargavasha from Him. The Father only explains to you once, and you become deities through that. You become deities, and then everyone else will come here, number wise, to play their parts. Not all of these things can sit in the intellects of the old mothers. So the Father says, consider yourselves to be Atmas and remember the Father. That is all. Bas, that Shiv Baba is the Father of all souls. Everyone has his or her own physical father. Shiv Baba is incorporeal, Nirakar. While remembering him, you will become pure, shed your body, and reach the Father. The Father explains a lot, but not all of you understand to the same extent. Maya makes you forget. This is called a battle. The Father sits here and explains to you so well. It reminds you of so many things. Make a list of the main mistakes that have been made. One is the Father being omnipresent. God speaks. Bhagwan Vachya. I am not omnipresent. I am not, sir. It is the five vices that are omnipresent. This is a Pachvikar that are Sharvavyaki. This is a very severe mistake. Very, very old. Krishna is not the God of the Gita. It is the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, the Parampita Paramatma Shiv. Who is that? Put this mistake straight and you will become deities. However, no child has yet written to Baba saying that he explained to others that it is because of these mistakes that Bharat has become impure from pure. This too has to be told to them. How can God be omnipresent? God is one, and He is the Supreme Father, the Supreme Teacher, and the Supreme Sadguru. No bodily being can be called the Supreme Father, Teacher, and Sadguru. Krishna is the highest in the whole world. Sabse Ucha in the Sari Shristi. He comes when the world is Satu Pradhan, and then Ram comes when the world is Satu. Then others come down number wise at their own time. In the scriptures, they show that the throat of Shankar became blue on taking everyone's vices, everyone's vikas. However, even now, while explaining these things, your throats dry up. Gala shuk jata hai. It is such a small matter, but Maya is so powerful. Each one of you can ask your heart, have I become vicious in Satupradhan, Gurman and Satupradhan? Then Father explains, you cannot reach your karmatic stage until destruction takes place no matter how much you beat your head. Sit and remember Shi Baba the whole time. Do not even talk of anything else. That is all. Baba, I will definitely attain the karmatic stage before the war takes place. It is not possible in the drama for someone like that to emerge. Only one person will claim the first number. Even this one says, I have to beat my head so much. Maya comes even more powerfully. Rushdan. This Baba himself says Shiv Baba is sitting right next to me. But in spite of that, I'm unable to remember him. I forget him. I understand that Shiv Baba is with me, but even then I have to remember him in the same way as you do. It isn't that because I'm with him I become happy with just that. No. He tells me to remember me constantly. You are with me and you are powerful, but you will have even more storms. How else would you be able to explain to the children? All of these storms will pass through you. Even while sitting so close to him, I am unable to reach the karmatic stage. So who else would become like that? His destination is very high. According to the drama, everyone continues to make effort. Let someone make that effort and so this. Baba, I will show you by becoming karmatic before you. That is not possible. This drama is predestined. You have to make a lot of effort. The main thing is your character. There is so much difference between the character of the deities and that of impure human beings. Shiv Baba, it is that who makes you viceless from vicious, who makes you nirvikari. So you now have to make effort and remember the Father. Do not forget him. The poor innocent mothers are under the influence of fathers. That is, they are under Ravan's influence. So what can they do? You are under the influence of God Ram. Those people are under the Ravan. This war continues. But there isn't a war between Ravan and Rama. The Father explains to you, children, in different ways every day. Sweetest children, continue to reform yourselves. Examine your chart every night. Did I have any devilish behavior? Ashuri chalan throughout the day? Flowers in a garden are number wise. No two flowers can ever be the same. All souls have received their own parts. Every actor continues to play his or her own part. The Father comes and definitely carries out the task of establishment, and only then does he return. He definitely comes every 5,000 years and makes you into the masters of the world. Vishwa ke Malik. He is the unlimited Father, and so he will surely give you the inheritance of the new world. Varsha of the new dunya. Acha. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from Mata Pita Baptata. The spiritual fathers say Namaste to the spiritual children. Essence for Dharna, the first point. Only see souls with your third eye of knowledge. Gyan Katisha Nitra. Do not look at anything with your physical eyes, just Mani Nitra. Practice becoming bodiless. Ashariri. Second, make your character divine. Daivi. By having remembrance of the Father, ask your heart, to what extent have I become virtuous? Did I have any devilish behavior, Ashurichalan at all, during the day? The blessing, the Vardanis, may you be courageous so that instead of becoming disheartened in a crisis, you have a big heart. May you be courageous, Himatwan, so that instead of Dilshikas in a crisis, in a halchal, you have a big heart. You have a body dil. When you face a physical illness, there are storms in the mind, and there is a financial crisis, a crisis in the family or in service. Never become disheartened by that crisis. Become one with a big heart. When karmic accounts come, when there is some pain, do not dwell on it and become disheartened, and thereby increase it, but have courage. Have himmat. Do not think, oh, what should I do now? Kya karo? Do not lose courage. Be courageous, and you will automatically receive the Father's help. The slogan is, close your eyes to anyone's weaknesses and make your mind introverted. Close your eyes, आंखें बंद करो, to anyone's weaknesses, किसी कमजोरी, and make your mind introverted, and make your mind अंतर्मुखी. Om Shakti, Om Shakti.